Belief, wouldn't it?
Time with 2 goals, and giving them a big boost coming into this second 45. Would have made it a lot more exciting for us neutrals as well, and for Indonesian fans here in the stadium and out there watching along.
Here is Chanatip. Back to Vorenvala. Back to Tiraton. Terima, ball across. And that was just too close to Ladeo. No way that Superchok's going to get. Would you say that certainly the substitutions, or at least the calf, and how the Indonesians came hard at them?
Yeah, perhaps a bit of that, but also I think I said this in the first half, for all that Indonesia did in the first 45, for all the effort, the intensity and the enjoyable way in which they showed up here, still is just 1-0. There's still that 3-goal cushion for Thailand, and Mano Polking has spoken about trusting his squad and the ability of the players in there.
Yep.
And he's shown it throughout this competition, and he's got quality in that Thai squad to use.
Yeah, he has said that from that good result in the first leg, they feel a little more freedom today. There's no reason to change that. Didn't certainly have that freedom in that first half, but as Roshan points out, it is still the 1 goal that they have conceded.
Well, he can sit if he needs to, he can go box to box. That's not an issue for him. You know, at times in this competition, I'll come back to that.
Rifle ball. Again, it's really well done. Not something you see him do too much of, Ramai.
Play from the left wing, one of that front line. Back to help his side out defensively. But yeah, pity what can play box to box, can sit in front of that defense. At times in this competition, he's had to protect that back line.
And this will be watched by millions around the world as well. That's captured the imagination. Region of northern
Witan.
He's up fairly quickly, and Wirtep, he's been on the pitch for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and he's in the book.
Yeah, Shin Tae-yong's trying to make the
very politely
make the case for an elbow. He's actually trying to wrap his foot around, trying to create that angle so that he could wrap his foot around it and guide it towards the far post. Couldn't quite get it out from underneath his feet, so decided to have a toe poke at it. Nadeo could only push it out into the center of the penalty box, and Adisa has come on and made a difference. And I think that should be it for Thailand in terms of the title.
His 11th goal in the air.
Yeah, he does. And he's been a good contributor for Indonesia in terms of his attacking output. Irfan Jaya. Yeah, pity what coming across and showing his power and strength. It's won back well by Witan Sulaiman.
Was that a foul? Was that a foul? Irfan can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that was enough for a penalty. They give it a clever pass in behind Kritsada, and then arm across. Perhaps another referee on another day would have seen that arm across and felt that Irfan Jaya was being taken down by Kritsada.
You always run that risk, don't you? When you place your hands on the opposition. Here's Ricky Kambuaya. Nice little touch on to Witan Sulaiman Easy. Sirak, and there's a big roar of approval there from Sirak, who will probably be the most happy and relieved person in the stadium, Russian.
Yeah. I was going to say his teammates bailed him out, but I mean, even if he's conceded that one, he still had that three-ball cushion.
Offside there for Adisak. What a devastating couple of minutes that was for Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, this has just shown the ability to go up a gear, I think, if they need to. And the changes that were made in terms of the personnel, but also just that sudden change in the tempo of their play with the ball. The fact that Indonesia, I think, had just dropped off at the start of the second half and gave Thailand the time to get the passing rhythm going. It was back to that pass and move. And some wonderful movement off the ball. And then the finishing has been clinical. Fortunate at times, sure, but still they've got the job done.
Oh, lovely work down that left-hand side.
It's been an absolute rock at the back for Thailand. Kitsada. Pratama gets his head up looking for Hannes in the 6-yard box. But Kitsada's there. Reads danger early. Couple of quick steps across to cut out that attempt to pass from Pratama into Hannes.
Hannes would have in good position there to have scored his first ever goal for Indonesia in his 4th appearance. The youngster, 22 years of age, as with so many of these players. Oh, not that far away. And another player who has impressed, Alfayandra.
Changing the corner routine up there with Pratama Arhan, receiving pass from Irfan Jaya. Like how Alfayandra just looks to run onto this. Unlucky.
Alfayandra plays like a grizzled veteran. He's 20 years of age.
I mean, I think one of the big differences between, I know people look at this and say Indonesia headed towards another AFF Cup final defeat. They're sixth in the history as a nation in this competition. But the difference, I think, between this side and perhaps previous sides is that it's a very young team across the board. They're only going to sort of grow together as a generation, as a team, and I hope they're allowed to do that. I really, really hope they're allowed to do that.
This shouldn't, by any stretch, be looked at as a failure. Leaning backwards, Hannes.
And getting bodies into the box. I expect in a situation like this, as Egi heads it back into Hannes. He's off balance as he hit that. Well, just an unbalanced Pitiwat. Couldn't balance himself before that shot at goal.
Sandanga, the most shots final today. Here's Egi, foul on him. Now Pitiwat quickly shuts his opponent.
You just hope, as I said earlier, that this Indonesian side are allowed to develop together, grow together over the next few years, and that Young is given a chance to do his job properly. You know, Southeast Asian football needs a strong Indonesian national team. I think the more you have the likes of Thailand, you have Vietnam now who've stepped up to the plate and challenging the big boys in Asia. You have competitive teams, and you hope that Indonesia can join in that. Malaysia trying to step up to that level. The more you can have these teams competitive of a similar sort of level, that helps to generally grow the game in the region as well.
Well, here come Thailand. It's quite the run, isn't it, there from Supachok. Stopped in his tracks, it will be a corner. Asnawi quickly puts it there in the quadrant.
Body in again, wonderful skill. A bit of trickery. Asnawi, eyes on the ball all the way, intense, focused. Makes a good tackle.
And he wasn't one that was nailing down a regular starting place in this lineup. Morning Fala. He certainly grabbed this opportunity. Short one to Chanatip. So he could still go for that top scorer award. Here's Wiratap. Dropping. What that goal, of course, has done, Roshan, it came with about half an hour or so more to go. Kind of killed it off, didn't it?
He responded. I mean, no, I don't think it was the best of first halves, but again, they were only a goal down on the night, 3 up on aggregate. But the second half response, the changes that they made, the control that they've now asserted on the game, they've regained that element of dominance, the element of control. It's put them in such a good position.
There's Chanatip. They might be hungry for a few more. Back to the Thai skipper. Led by Fakhruddin. Now Kritsada. How will they play out this next 25 minutes or so? Ties. Borden. Now Supachok. Narabudin getting in on the act. Borden goes down, play continues. And Indonesia giving away. They're boxed in at the moment.
Yeah, they can't get out. Just the control from Thailand. They've got bodies around. Every time they lose the ball, players are in close contact with each other. Nice close connections to link those passes, and when they lose it, they can press together as well. Saraj busy in the center of the park, linking those passes together. Here he is involved again. It's gone from left to right, back in through the middle boarding, and this is how they've moved Indonesia around.
Chanatip shot, blocked by Fakhruddin.
When they lose it, they pressed and won it back. It was Chanatip who pounced on that loose ball, that loose pass from Indonesia.
Oh, he's ridden out one challenge, Chanatip.
Can't touch them at the moment.
Good to see another player who's been on the fringes here, Sivakorn, about to come on. It's going to be Philip Roller, who's actually very, very good, hasn't he? Whenever he's had the opportunity.
And Saraj has had a very good second half, being that connector in midfield. He's decided to sit in the middle of that back three, take a bit of a breather.
Slip through, Narubadin. Who's going to get rid of it? And that shot from Chanatip is blocked. He's got a big smile on his face, hasn't he? Monopolking. And now that change to be made.
Yeah, they worked this opportunity so well again. In possession, patient. until the key moment, until the key pass, until they find that breakthrough in behind. He was crying out for that cutback. The defence had dropped off. Almost invented a new word there, dropping off. Had dropped off onto the edge of the 6-yard line.
85% passing accuracy. Jonathan's had more touches in the second half. He certainly got more involved, and I think this is where Roller rather play, Roshan, a bit further up the pitch. Very offensively minded player, isn't he? Can't be easy if you're Asnawi now. You've got Tiraton and Roller, but it might just also allow Roller to, well, Tiraton's going infield again a little bit.
There you go, pass, move, next connection. Players moving into spaces, so the options for the play on the ball and the composure being shown. Challenges coming in, they're being put under pressure, but they're hanging on to it, Thailand, and they played their way out of this press incredibly well again.
Beautiful. Look at that space that Tanatok was in. Ball after Superchok. Waits for Adisak, but it's going to go to Narubadin. Superchok. Chanatip. Last ditch from Asnawi. Here's Roller. Just come on. Player from Port, born in Munich. Moved to Thailand. 2017. Tiraton is brought down now.
They're frustrated now, these Indonesian players. And Tiraton, he saw that challenge coming from a mile away. He knew it was coming. Just took the contact. And that's experience from Tiraton. See, he's got his head out. He knows the challenge coming. Release, and he just jumps, gets himself out of danger's way, out of harm's way, but still takes the contact.
Yeah.
Chanatip wasn't happy, and I think Chanatip's been given a yellow card as well for his part in that, running over to have a word with the referee. He can't believe it.
He's not happy with that decision. So both skippers have gone into the book. Clever play there from Tiraton. So a change that we've seen very often. One of the most senior players in the squad, Evan Dimas, replaces Rahmat Irianto, who, like his father now, it would look like both of them have unfortunately lost in the Suzuki Cup final against Thailand. Back to Kritsada. There's confirmation of that booking on Chanatip. Adisak Kraison. Now Narubadin. Oh, almost, wasn't it? Adisak. Thailand look hungry for more. Wiratap. 64%. Now they've certainly asserted themselves a lot more in the second half, and a big credit there to the changes that Manam Polking made, just to make sure that they could kill off the momentum. But not only that, they have gone on to score 2 goals. Waller's gone over to that right-hand side for a bit. We talked about this youthful side, Roshan. Are we thinking now in the next Suzuki Cup or the one after, this is when they'll really come into their own, Indonesia?
Well, I think they certainly be favourites, one of the favourites for the under 23, AFF under 23 championships that's coming up very soon.
It'll be the bulk of this team, wouldn't it?
Most of the squad will be involved in that competition.
Yeah.
And they can take these experiences along with them into that campaign. I mean, Thailand and Vietnam not going anywhere. The challenge is for Indonesia now to rise up to that level. You'd expect Malaysia coming strong in the next campaign as well, and perhaps having more of a stronger squad that they were able to call up for the next campaign. Singapore another side potentially on that. Philippines maybe with a bit more preparation time, and again being able to call up a stronger squad will be another team that will be a huge threat. So there's been a lot of issues around some of the teams in terms of the preparations coming into this.
Here's Roller going strong. Didn't had no choice but to put it out of play. He's been the veteran of this side, shall we say.
And that's what Roller gives you. Pace, energy, in the wider positions. It's a lot of fun. Roller
came into this tournament late, flew in from Germany. He's been very much on the ball whenever he's taken to the pitch. There the fans, you saw a little shot of them there. The Thai fans are certainly having a real blast. There you go, there's a great view of them. Here's Tiraton. Kutsada now joining the party. Stands the ball up. Almost away. Tiraton having a go.
And they're just all over Indonesia at the moment. They're picking up these second balls, these loose balls. And Kutsada, he's got comfortable enough that he can get forward and join in these attacks. Just one back by Thailand. Tiraton deciding, that's opened up for me, why not have a shot at goal?
Touch on there from Chanatip, so aware, isn't he? Adisak waiting for Narubadin to make that run, and here he is. They have fitted so seamlessly in this squad whenever they're called upon. And it's been so good to watch.
You can identify the style with Thailand, whether it's the team of the second 11, whoever comes in, they know exactly what their roles are, what they're supposed to do, which positions they're supposed to occupy, and that's great coaching. That's great coaching. And I mean, credit to the players as well for being able to take that on board and adapting to that.
The interesting thing that's come out, Roshan, in the last couple of days is that he's only contracted Manipok until the end of this tournament, and he said there have been no talks for now, because of course they're totally focused on finishing this job here. But he has said this, which is quite interesting. He said, of course, if you look at the number of touches there, Tiraton was that the most. As Indonesia come forward, and it's found the far corner. A well-taken goal from Egy Maulana out of the blue. And they're level on the night here, Indonesia, and it's something for the fans at least.
Well, that's a really good finish from Egy. What he does here well is he just drops off a little bit, drags Wiratap along with him before spinning in behind. That lovely, clever pass into him by Witan. That's a great finish from that angle and from that distance. to find the far post.
This will give us the best view.
There we go, Witan. Turn. Chipped it in behind, and I didn't expect him to score from there. Goes through the legs of Tiraton, who was looking at Siwarak thinking, come on, what's going on? Listen, it's a really good finish from Egi.
Second goal in this tournament, scored one against Singapore.
I think Siwarak reacts a little bit too late to that shot. And perhaps he's been so comfortable at the back in that goalkeeping position. I'm not sure he's had many touches of the ball in the second half. But he just switched off. It's not been the best
outing
of matches for Siwarak. Best of outings for Siwarak.
Yeah, could have perhaps done better from that angle, that distance. You'd have thought would have been favourite.
Can they at least go on and try and win it on the night? Indonesia.
That would give them something, wouldn't it, to hold on to, but I think they've certainly done themselves proud tonight. Here is Hannes. Straight to Klitsada. Now, just going back to that point I was making about Manu Polking, and he said we want to stay the #1 nation in Southeast Asia, so it's important to have continuity. Hint, hint. And he said he hopes to be part of that because he sees a great future with this side. And he said the success has come down to the players. They've done an unbelievable job. So he's crediting a lot of the players, but I think he's got to take a fair bit of that credit too. It's given them belief again because they had a very poor World Cup qualifying campaign by their standards.
That's right, yeah. Now with his final warning. Referee trying his best not to send anyone off. I think he's made the right call just to have a word with Asnawi. I think that's a legitimate challenge to try and win the ball back. I think
we should also add, Roshan, for these two legs of the final, the officiating has been absolutely fine.
Yes, it has been. It has been fine, and I think second leg of Thailand-Vietnam as well was good. Was really good. Sarat his concern here is feeling his hamstring.
And that might be it for him. Still have one more change to make if they want.
And no point risking it. And no point risking it. I mean, the Thais already won.
Yeah, you think, as we look at this goal now, the one that Sarach scored, I thought this was going out of play. Roshan, perhaps you can...
Looked like it could have been just going out of play.